Hello guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about probably the most common question people ask me and probably ask most people that are curious about trading. And it's kind of a really broad question that I feel isn't asked right or answered right most of the time. And that is, how much money can I make? Or what kind of return can I make? Now the short answer to that question, if you want, most traders don't make any money, so just nothing. We can just end the video right there. But we won't. Now when we put our money or our effort into something, we're conditioned. We just want to know what we're going to get out of it. So if it's a job, how much am I going to get paid? If it's a business or an investment, how much is it going to return on my money? Trading has elements of both of those, but it doesn't fit into the mold of either of them. How much you make at a job depends upon the value of the particular skill that you have and how good you are at it and how consistent you are at it. The value of a business, aside from real estate or anything, depends upon the sales and the quality of their service, the consistency of their sales, things like that. Principles from both of these apply to what you can make as a trader, and they'll differ depending upon how much money you have to put into trading. Same as you'll get a higher absolute number return from a business that you pay $1 million for than one you pay $50,000 for. Same as you're most likely going to get a higher absolute return on a job that required several years of university, as opposed to one that requires high school. When it comes to trading, the overwhelmingly most important aspect to how successful you'll be is your consistency. To me, consistency is how many points can I expect on average to take out of the market any day that I trade. And I want to keep in mind that number compared to how much I'm risking on any given trade. Now, when we talk about return on account, that can get really tricky and misleading when it comes to futures trading. Now, when you're trading stocks, just by the mechanism of the way that works, it has a higher capital requirement. So most stock traders, I would say, have most or all of their trading capital on deposit at the brokerage. With futures, it's very different. I dare say most people trading futures for a living do it similar to the way I do. We keep most of our trading capital on the sidelines and an absolute minimum on deposit at the broker. The amount you have to deposit at the broker consists of two things: the amount of margin deposit that's required to take the trades you want to take, and the maximum anticipated drawdown you could have. Once you achieve consistency, this number can be quite low compared to your actual trading stake. In my case, I keep $10,000 on a deposit at my broker. Whatever I make each month comes out, I start the next month over at $10,000. Now, if you look back at any of my live trading videos, you get an idea of what I might expect to make on an average day. Your wheels are going to start turning. You're going to be like, man, that guy's making like 20% a day. Okay, there's 20 trading days in a month. So if I do that for 2 years, I'll be a trillionaire. It doesn't work that way. First of all, it really doesn't compound at all. Second of all, it's just a small portion of my overall trading capital. Third of all, that's just ridiculous. Your deposit account at a futures trading firm, and it's not the same as your retirement portfolio account. The most important thing is achieving that consistency, and that's something you can learn by trading a micro lot and doing it over and over and studying the market until you actually understand how it behaves, how it breathes, and develop a trading method with a positive expectation every day, week, and month. Okay, after all that, I still haven't given you a straight answer. You just want to know, how much can I make a month, how much can I make a day, how much money, what percent? Okay, I'm going to give you a somewhat straight answer. What's reasonable to expect once you have consistency? 1 or 2 units of risk per day. Now, what's a unit of risk? A unit of risk is how much you would risk on one given trade. Say you risk 0.5% per trade, and you achieve consistency so that your daily expectation is that you'll be net positive 1 unit of risk. That's 0.5% a day. Say if your net expectation is to be positive 2 units of risk per day, that's 1%. If you're risking 1% per trade, your average expectation is to be up 1 unit of risk, or the amount that you would risk on one trade, that's 1% a day. So say your typical trade is a 3-point stop loss, and you risk 1% on that trade. If you can average being net positive 3 points per day, that's 1 unit of risk. So whether you risk 0.5% or 1% or 2%, that's the amount you can expect to make per day at that given risk level. For me, 1 or 2% per day is what I shoot for. If I can make 1% per day trading, that's great. And that doesn't seem like very much, plus you're not going to trade every market day of the month. But if you can make that, you can realistically make all the money that you will need as an individual. The trick is getting that consistency and maintaining that consistency as you scale up to a large enough contract size that you can actually make a living on that. That's the tricky part. As soon as you take a step up in position size, you can expect to take some losses right away. That's a whole other story. If you can achieve 1% per day, that is doable. It's not easy, but it's doable, and it's enough to grow that account into a large account, and it's enough to make a living on a moderately sized account. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope this answered a couple of questions. Any more, certainly put them in the comments below. Also, sign up for my newsletter if you like. I'll send you little tips and tricks from time to time and some of the levels I'm looking at in the market. And any video suggestions you'd like done, please let me know. I'll do my best to get to them and get to the comments. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon.